We are. You want me to release it?
Yeah. All right, we're back. We had a little week hiatus. I was out in New York, had flight trouble getting back, so we took match week 12 off, match day 12 off. Match day 13, we're back. EPL is it's an unrelenting bitch, is what it is. It's just like every time you pop your head up, it's like, oh, there's another loss, there's another grind. So we're back. We got the normal crew of Za and Sam. Sam, how you doing after the week? I want to start with you because you had a little bit of a rough weekend. We didn't get to talk about it.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough go lately. Not gonna lie. It's Conte is playing a dangerous game right now because Tottenham fans. I'm gonna just speak for us all right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can take it. We can take it. If we win, we can take this sort of Conte ball stuff, the atrocious playing. We can take it if we win. We could even take it if we lose, as long as we play and we actually play soccer and we go out there and try and win. But this thing he's doing, playing, this deep lying, just take the pressure. We'll catch you on the counter. We'll get a goal and we'll beat you 1-0. That's like the whole game plan.
Mm-hmm.
When
That's
it doesn't
like the
work,
Team USA game plan.
Oh, when it doesn't work, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. And that game against United, I do have to say, I didn't give United much credit. They look good. Like, I got to give United a little credit here. But just speaking as a Tottenham fan, it is not a good time in our lives right now. Just we're not in a good place.
And you got my my sneaky favorite, the only team that does me any favors this year, gambling wise, Newcastle coming up. So maybe we should just start right there, and then you could just give us a little flavor of how you're feeling for that one. That's the late game on Sunday. So all eyes on you guys, and then we'll get to Za.
Well, I like it. I like it for Tottenham. I think this is a good matchup for us. I know Za's all up in my face already. Listen, playing against a team like, say, a team that would invite pressure onto, like a United, mm-hmm. to be honest with you, it's just not good for us. I do think we'll get a result here. Maybe that's just me being a complete homer. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out after this week, but I have a good feeling about this game against Newcastle, even though I've been consistent all season in sort of pumping Newcastle's tires and thinking that they have a top 6 shot in them. So, but I do like Tottenham this week.
What do you got, Sa?
No. And I'll tell you why. I have 2 words for you. Simply put, this guy, he left Atlanta United, left the MLS, Miguel Almiron. Did you see his goal from last week? They are looking good, man. Him and Bruno. It ain't gonna be easy. And here's the problem: you guys play terrorist football. You have Harry Kane. Harry Kane is spending more time in the opposition half. Well, in your half instead of the opposition half. I mean, you ain't gonna win like that. The whole counterattack thing, Newcastle. I feel like Newcastle might actually surprise you in this one.
But the thing is, it wouldn't surprise us because our expectations right now are.
You're getting results, though. That's the thing, that you're playing the worst kind of football to root for. As a fan, Conte, I would want him out, but you're winning games somehow, some way. I don't know how, I don't know why, but yeah.
We're losing all the big
Are they winning at a large enough clip for you at this point, though? Because I feel like early in the year, this was like, oh, we're top 4. Like, we might challenge. It's worth a sprinkle to see Tottenham top of the league. And now it just feels like it's a reset. I mean, they're still sitting third.
Now, never did I ever say it would make sense to sprinkle them to top of the league. Right?
Some people were. People were.
Those are dummies. Those are dumb. I still think that they are basically the second or third best team in the league, talent-wise, and that's what's so frustrating. Like
Wait, can I ask you who you'd put above you, talent-wise?
City, 100%,
of course. Who's the other one?
And then it's an arguable. Right now, it's a tough argument to make, but Arsenal is in the conversation. I would not admit to it, so I'm not going to give you that, Za. But I would say that they are in the conversation at this point. I just think that we have so much talent, and that's what's so frustrating. And we just, we're playing Conte's game, and it's basically we're wasting Harry Kane. We're wasting Heung-min Son. Kulusevski being out is obviously hurting us. But, it's just we have 2 of the most dynamic players in the league, you could say the world, and they are being
Yeah.
just completely mothballed
Yeah.
at this point. And it's really frustrating.
Here's my thing about you guys and Conte is the greatest. I said it on the past episode of Back Again. He is the greatest 2-0 manager. So if he can start a game up 2-0, the greatest of all time. It's like I mean, Son. I don't know if it's because of the tactics. He's coming off the bench. Son only has the fucking hat trick this season. I don't know what's going on at Tottenham, but you guys are getting points. You're playing the negative terrorist football. You're getting points. You're in third.
Yeah, we're just not winning the big games. We lost to Arsenal. We lost to United. But we drew lucky with Chelsea. We just haven't played well against the big teams, which I would have thought might have been our strength, and it's just not. So I guess that's what's frustrating.
And I would argue that this is now a big team. Like Newcastle's a big team. They're kind of rounding into form. They got the 1-0 win midweek.
You got a good project.
They got a good project. You see Eddie Howe's comments this past week being like, yeah, we're going to the top of the table. Like we have infinite resources. We got a shit ton of Saudi oil money. That is real. We're going to the top. So I don't know what they're going to do. I feel like they kind of have what they need, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they spent like a shitload of money in January. Like they have like big time aspirations, and this feels a little bit like a statement game for them, and they are a team I feel like they can get on. They like being on the front foot. They like having the ball. They're going to try to control the ball, and it sounds like Tottenham's going to be content to let them have it, as Conte has been all year. So I think I kind of like Newcastle, or maybe a double chance here, Newcastle to score parlayed with win or draw, and I think that gets.
Vibes wise, how are you feeling? Because I haven't actually looked at the numbers. I haven't seen that game.
Not great.
I had one pick that stuck out in terms of value wise, but like, how are you feeling about this one?
I like it. I like it because our expectations now have come down to a level where this is where we start to, we cook a little bit, like when in the past few weeks where I've been talking us up and been like, look, we got all this talent. We should beat Arsenal. We should beat United. We should beat Chelsea. We beat none of those three. That's not Spurs' game, right? We're not at the we're just not a club where when you say you're going to win, you end up winning. I like it. I like this, where we're at right now. I don't like the vibes just in terms of like what's going on with the team. This is more of a holistic perspective on Tottenham and when we play well. Just from the team's perspective, not having Kulusevski, not having Richarlison, that stinks. Our backs against the wall.
Richarlison. Here's the thing: Richarlison hasn't done nothing this season, though.
He just brings when he comes off the bench, especially
vibes.
He goes out there and he just runs his ass off. He brings a sort of a kind of threat, a dangerous mentality that we sometimes lack. Especially guys like Son and Kane. So
he's Martinelli. He's Martinelli without the goals in this.
Yeah, well, there's some.
He's a fucking dickhead, is what he is.
Yeah,
he's a dickhead.
Like
I hate him.
Right? Yeah. But sometimes you need dickhead. He's your dickhead. He is a dickhead, and like that, I think. I mean, take it for what it's worth. The goal, the play against Forest was like that's like his perfect. Come on late. Piss everyone off, contribute to a goal, and live to see another day. But he is a fucking dickhead. He is almost like our guy now, our coworker here at Barstool, Pat Beverly, where it's just like he's just
fucking
He's
asshole.
an offensive minded.
Yeah, like an offensive minded Pat Beverly. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that.
So yeah. So I don't know. I think. Newcastle has just been so kind to me, and I am falling in love with. I love that St. Maximin. They just have a lot of guys who seemingly can. They have those moments of brilliance that you need, and I think they're going to have the majority of the ball and more chances. And Tottenham just does not look right. And even though there's what.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Yeah, I don't think Tottenham looks right, and I am a believer in the Newcastle project. So I think there's got to be a way to extract some value out of that game.
Plus money all around. I mean, Newcastle. The Newcastle win away from home plus 260. The draw is plus 265. Tottenham winning at home plus 106. That plus. I mean, it's not a. Here's the thing. I don't get how it's that high.
Mhm.
That plus 260 based off. I get they're away, but that plus 260 based off how they're playing. Bruno Guimaraes, Almiron. I may have bias because I'm an Arsenal fan. That looks tasty.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
Trap.
They
All
know.
right. So
They know.
you say you have one game that you love. Why don't you give it to us?
Fellas. He comes from Senegal. He used to play for Arsenal. Vieira. Oh, my captain, Patrick Vieira, the manager of Crystal Palace. They're playing Everton. It's an away game, bro. It's an away game. Man, I'm moving mad. I don't know if you guys saw that Zaha goal from past weekend.
Mhm.
Looked awesome. They won 2-1. Getting them at almost 200, 2-for-1 against Everton away from it's an away game, yes.
Yeah.
But they're looking good. 2-for-1, great value. That is the pick that I actually like. I am trying to look and see. I want to see what the draw is for that game if I can find it real quick. But that's the one I had circled. It's on my notepad. It's in red. You can see it on my pad, man. I feel
Oh shit!
very
It's in
good.
red. You put that shit in red. That's like,
Listen. Did you see the Zaha goal from last weekend?
Yeah.
They won 2-1.
Yeah,
They won
yeah.
2-1. But if you
They
saw the
look-
Zaha, if you actually saw the Zaha goal, man, they Palace. They're a tough team to go to. So let me get
They-
This is
they
so
are.
the
So
draw is
the draw-
215.
yeah. The draw is plus
215, there we go.
215.
I honestly think I think Palace will do it.
I mean, Everton just can't score. Like
They
they're
can't score, but
Lampard.
their defense is locked down.
It
Like,
is.
We gotta,
Frank Lampard.
we gotta give them a little credit. Like Lampard, we were
Nah.
all over his
Last
ass.
season. So Frank Lampard is getting a lot of credit. He's got a lot of credit saved in the bank just for saving them from relegation from last season. They should be in the championship right now. They should be done out here. He saved them, yes. But I mean, water at some point finds its own level. Palace, bro, the project, what he has with the resources that he has at his disposal, Patrick Vieira at Palace, Zaha,
Mhm.
I don't know what his contract situation is. I think I don't know if he might move or not, but I mean, Eze and all them, man, at plus 200 away from home against the fucking Frank Lampard team. I like that pick.
I don't mind your draw pick in that. I kind of like your draw pick. Or
Draws are good.
the draw in that game.
I
You can't move
kind
for
of
a
like
draw,
the
bro.
draw too. I mean, Everton, they've been good defensively, but Pickford's been like saving their ass quite a bit too.
That's
So,
what it is.
yeah. So I don't know, like if Za's saying like the water finds its level, like eventually some of those are just going to get banged in, and maybe this is the spot. I think Za, you might have talked me into that one.
Is he fit for that game? Did you see? I forgot what team it was when he pulled off the miraculous saves. I gotta find what it was. It was a recent their last game, and Pickford was moving crazy. They played. I think it was the Tottenham. No, it was the Tottenham one. It was the Tottenham. They made no wait. No, it was the Man United. It was the United one. They may have lost, but I mean, dude, he was
Right.
saving like a madman still.
Still got short arms.
Yeah.
so.
Your guys, but you're Lloris, by the way. Lloris saved your guys the last game.
Yeah. We should have lost probably 5-0 or 6-0 to United in that game.
Saved you from an embarrassment. It's
We
also
were
Marcus
terrible.
Rashford. Marcus Rashford can't finish. So
His finishing is atrocious. Yeah, it's a good point. But
I like
United, gotta
I
give
like
United
that.
some
Yeah,
credit.
sorry, I like that Palace pick, Chief. That's my pick.
Yeah. All right. I'll ride with you on that one. That's your number one. I have.
All right, Sam, go ahead. Oh,
I'm going to a well that I haven't dipped in for my lock this week because I need it, and I think this is the spot. I like Man City -2. I think they're going to bang in goals.
I'm on the opposite side.
You're on you're on Brighton?
Ooh, bro. Away
All right,
from
why are you on
home,
Brighton? Why are
it's
you on
my
Brighton?
it's my I'm gonna label it my sprinkle, my whole sprinkle and sprinkle SS. It's my SS pick.
Now this
sprinkle
game is at the Etihad. by
at
the
the
way.
Etihad.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
great odds on the Barstool Sportsbook app. I believe it's plus 1500.
Plus
It's
1500 for
15
Brighton.
to 1. 15 to 1.
You-
Sprinkle. People are fucking moving like Brighton is a terrible team. Brighton can do surprises.
But they've had such a bad run lately. They haven't scored a goal in 3 games. They just haven't looked that good lately. I agree with you. They're a good team. And that's why when I saw that line, like plus 1,500, I was like, God, could I just maybe just dabble a little bit? I really can't with this City team. I just can't do it.
I think City is a team that opens them up. They haven't. I mean, really, it's Graham Potter. Like since Potter moved on, they have not looked.
Chelsea.
Like he has not looked. They have not looked the same since he left. And I don't even like the draw here. I think City's going to score early. I think they're going to score often. I like the over in that one. The over is 3.5. I think City is going to get. They might concede one, but I think this is a day where they.
Listen, I think this is more emotional based because unlike you two punks, I'm at the top of how things go. I'm at the top of the league, so I'm looking for situations that that benefit us cats that are up top. So I need a Brighton miracle, and this is my sprinkle. So this is if we're talking units, it's not one unit, it's a sprinkles. You know what? We'll keep them under a half. I'm gonna call this a 0.3 sprinkle.
0.3. All right, so we're dropping like 75 cents on that.
There it is. To the dollar. Yo, as Rico says, juice is now $8.
That's true. That's true.
Joey cracks America. Not to get political.
Well, stay on this game. Yeah. So I was looking at this. I was like, if I was going to bet this, how would I bet this game? Sort of looked around, poked around. So what I would do is I would take City to win. That's minus 500. I would take Haaland to score. Parlay. I don't know what that is. It's like minus 200. And then I would tease the over down to 2.5. And if you do all 3 of those and parlay it, you get to even money plus 100.
Yep.
I mean, but you don't like the -2.
Oh, I don't mind that at all. That at all.
That right there gets you to even money. Just City -2, and I think.
Like I said though, I'm just something about Brighton. I don't think that they're as bad as like a plus 1,500. So that just makes me nervous.
Tell him, Sam, a little louder for the haters, Sam.
That's gambler brain, not
Brighton, different kind of gravy. Different gravy. They're not people. They may be traditionally considered a small team. Very tough team to get points off. Very tough.
Did you watch their last game by chance?
No,
I did.
They played Forest at home, and they couldn't get. They couldn't break
that
down.
Was a draw. I watched your highlights. Yeah. You guys draw.
Yeah,
I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights.
I think Forest had one shot on net. At the end, it was at the end of the second half, so they didn't even try going forward. But they also didn't get broken down either.
Quick nugget on Forest, by the way. So the Brighton one you drew, the one before. Wolves. Honestly, you lost. You didn't deserve to. That 1-0, that was a Ruben Neves penalty. You didn't deserve to. You guys, the 2 games, if I remember correctly, the 2 games, your result, you could have gotten better results. It's a tough spot.
Hey, Zah, welcome to Forest.
Let's slide into your game because that's another one of the sprinkle.
That's been
your line is looking good for a surprise win.
The Forest line
against Liverpool.
Dude, I would great. It's at home. First game of the weekend.
Early game.
The 6:30 a.m. start time because if things go south, most of the internet will still be asleep.
Yeah.
And I'll just get to watch that game.
Yeah. All you got to deal with is the American fans.
So or the overseas fans. Yeah, like I'll have the overseas fans, but like here, all the people and everyone's always so why don't you just switch? Like, no, I'm Forest till I die, even if they kill me. But that's the plan. I loved the championship division last year. I had a great time watching that league. It's a great league. So if they go down, they go down. But this is my team. Someone DM me today being like, well, Liverpool is getting a hockey team. So why don't you just switch to Liverpool? No.
No. Wait. Fenway Sports is buying hockey. Wait, what hockey team are they buying?
I mean, there is that. I don't even remember what the name of it
Fenway, because they have the Red Sox. You cats have the Red Sox.
The Red Sox. They have, but there's an English hockey team or a hockey league over there. And they have play like in Belfast. Yeah. Belfast. Nottingham has the Panthers, and I guess they actually draw pretty well. Cardiff down in Wales. When they had a lockout, Biz played for them. And he was
way.
Yeah, he calls them. So that must have been like 2012, the last lockout. and he was like, I was the Crosby of Cardiff. Like I was unstoppable. But I'm
Sidney
not like
Crosby, legend.
I'm not throwing my Forest fandom away because Fenway Sports Group and Liverpool are starting some expansion shitty hockey team. Like, no, I'd rather just stick. Like, I am very comfortable being miserable. Now you got me thinking, Za, like that you like. I actually kind of hate you for saying that you don't hate it at it's plus 1050 on our book. Oh, a little sprinkle. Like,
It's
no,
spicy.
it's not. I mean, maybe the draw at plus 480. You're just hoping for another 0-0 draw.
Now finish off.
Yeah, but there like someone else sent me a stat on Twitter today saying that, oh well, Forest to score first has some decent odds on it, and Liverpool has conceded first in 3 of their 4 road games, and Forest has scored first in 4 of their 5 home games. And it's like, you know what? Shut up. Just shut up. Like, I don't want to hear it. I just want to like sit there, white knuckle that game, waiting for a goal, and then just pray for like a 0 and 0-0, 0-0, similar to how they got it against Brighton. Like that is as high as I will let my hopes go right now. They can't score. They can't do. I'm happy that they're not giving up 2-3 goals a game, because you're saying, oh, like they're they should have better results. Yeah, no shit. They're up 1-0
the past 2 games.
I
mean, you've been the better team. The past 2 you can't get results.
It's
past
been
2 games you played,
years.
you were beaten by a penalty, bro. You were beaten by a penalty.
And Forrest had a missed penalty. Brennan Johnson missed it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't mention that.
Yeah, so like they should have had a draw against Wolves. I mean, they're playing better defensively because they're just, they're parking the bus. They're just putting 10 guys back and being like, well, let's hope for the best and bomb it up to Brennan Johnson. Maybe make something happen. He doesn't. But they had the Everton game. They were up 1-0 late in that game, and they had I think it was the goalie kicked it 85 yards right on a guy's foot, breakaway goal. So they drew that one. They're up 2 against Fulham. They're up 2 against Bournemouth. They just blow leads left and right.
Didn't the Fulham game have a red? Was that the one that had the red card?
That was a night game. My parents were there. I don't remember if they had it. It's been like the most exhausting start to a season as a fan of any team I've ever had. Like even like the Blackhawks last year with their scandal was less draining than Forest has been this year with they're firing people, they're not firing people, they're spending all this money. Everybody's in your mentions. It's fucking terrible. But I told you, Forest to score is minus 130 just to score.
So I'm gonna provide the contrary side. You guys it's a timing thing. So Darwin, which I don't like the guy. I hate the guy as a striker. I think he's not efficient enough. Hasn't been good. I feel like he's streaky. He might be one of those guys that are streaky.
He's going to be out this weekend. He's probably going to be out. He's got.
He's injured.
Yeah, it sounds like he might be out this week.
He played midweek and he scored.
Yeah, it just last couple hours it came out that he picked up some sort of hamstring.
That would be great. So that might actually change things because Liverpool, I believe, has they have injury problems because I think Luis Diaz. I know Diaz is out. Thiago came back. He just came back. Looked good, by the way. He looked very good. Darwin is the one that I just didn't know where he's at because he's looked good. He's past 2 games. I've been fucking running my mouth, talking shit about him because my man, people are cussing us for getting Jesus. We got a Jesus at like 40 mil, 35, depending on your currency, 35 to 40 on a bargain. People were slaughtering us. People were like, oh, heralded Darwin Núñez at $100 million valuation as the king, and my man scored a hat trick in the Champions League in a nothing game. In the Premier League, he only is like 2 or 3, but he looked good the last game.
Yeah,
value wise, honestly, because I don't know, Liverpool hasn't been looking good. There are like what are they 10th or they were 13th? I don't know where they're at.
They're 7th now.
Points. They're 6 points off top 4. They're 6 points off the 4th spot. I think it's Chelsea in the top spot in the 4th spot right now. They haven't been looking good this season. So value-wise, that's another one of those sprinkle picks. Especially being the early one.
They did just beat Man City at home last weekend. Like they've won, you know, then they have been
I
playing.
mean,
better.
it was one moment. It was one moment when fucking Salah spun
Yeah.
fucking Cancelo,
Great goal.
who's been found out.
Yeah.
It was a phenomenal
Great game.
Yeah.
We got on that goal, by the way. We got to big up Allison because he spotted it before he even caught the ball to kick it off his leg. He saw it, spotted it, kicked it accurately. Salah spun it and all that. But I honestly, in the Chief plus at 15-1, man.
This is
Another one of my sprinkle picks.
10.5 to 1.
Can I ask you this? Since we're on Forest,
You can ask me
Thoughts?
anything you want.
I don't know if we have you on record, but thoughts on your manager just got a new contract lately. I don't know if I asked you
I don't.
last
Yeah,
episode.
no.
or
I don't know
what do you
what's
feel
going-
about that?
I don't.
He took you up, so it's a legacy one because I mean you've been doing terrible in the Premier League,
Mhm.
but he brought you up to the Premier League. So
I've never seen.
also
a
he
team-
has a new team. He's like 22 new players. So
Yeah, I've never seen a team with so much drama, so many leaks, so many like. There was an
you're a
article.
big team. Welcome to being
Yeah.
a big team. If you're a big team and you're not doing great,
Yeah.
it's
But I mean, there was a long article in the Athletic about basically the ownership group and Marinakis, who's a shipping magnate who's been linked to like heroin trade in Europe, and it was basically they laid out this story about what actually happened this summer. And he has a 23-year-old son, Miltos, so the story goes. And you have the CEO, Dane Murphy, who's an American guy, bright guy, and you have Cooper, and then you know the Jesse Lingard thing, which I was excited about. Jesse Lingard sounds like that was totally just ownership.
Is he playing this weekend? He's not playing this weekend.
He played
I don't
last
think
weekend.
He
He played on Tuesday in the draw, but they're playing him and Gibbs White as like dual tens, but then they drop them back, and it's almost like they have 6 and an 8, and it's like with just Brennan Johnson up top, and it's they're at least like a little bit better in defense, but they haven't been able to get anything going forward. But they just all these like there's like a model of guys that you could tell came from the recruitment staff, who they fired everybody except for the CEO and Cooper, which they want young players. They want, you know, under 26 guys would have more value going forward, and guys that they can flip. And then it's like, well, Freuler doesn't really fit that. Well, it turns out he probably came. It was like the son going rogue signed him. The son went rogue and signed Emmanuel Dennis. The son went rogue and got Jesse Lingard. So
I like Dennis. I like Dennis at Watford. Good striker, that guy, Nigerian guy. I like him.
But he doesn't really fit what they want to do. So he likes to play wide, and they have Brennan Johnson to play wide. So then it's like he is not great centrally. He was okay in the game against the game against Wolves, and the game before that he was okay. But it's just like they don't have a true number 9. So they don't have, like last year they had Surridge, who's still with the team. They had Davis, who's now at Watford. I'd love to do that over again. Just bring Keenan Davis back. And he was great for Forest last year on a loan, and he's in Watford, like lighting it up in the championship for Watford. But he was a guy, he could just chest down anything, and then guys would play off of him. And now they just don't have like that true 9 to do any sort of hold up play and keep possession. They lose every second ball. They lose, like they're a hard team to watch this year, and they look disjointed. And the reason they look disjointed is because you had a 23-year-old owner's son who's just like went Jerry Jones mode and just went out and got all these guys that nobody was asking for, and it doesn't fit with the project and the plan. Yeah, fuck the Cowboys and this team, and it's like no wonder it doesn't look great. It's because nobody was talking to each other, and then they went panic mode apparently at the end. So it's like Mangala and Niakate, these guys like fit the mold. Morgan Gibbs White obviously fits the role. He's a Cooper guy.
I like
the rest of the team is just like, well, we'll get a guy from there, and then oh whoops, we don't even have any strikers really at all. Problem. That's a problem. No wonder they can't score. So
now, not to switch gears. So I got 3 games I want to throw out real quick before. I don't know if we've done our best picks yet.
Yeah.
But here's the 3 games. So we got to talk about Chelsea United. Best game of the weekend.
We have to. That's a big game of the weekend.
At Chelsea, United is coming in hot. They're both coming in hot. Chelsea is, I think, 7 games.
United.
7 games straight unbeaten. United's coming in 5 unbeaten.
United's looking good.
That's what
if Rashford could actually score goals, that would have been 5-0.
I agree. Sadly, I have to agree with you there. I have to take United in this.
Your keeper made you look good.
They're the United is a value pick. They're plus 260 away. which I think they played better away from Old Trafford, to be honest with you. So I think United is a great value pick. I don't really love it to have a lot of goals. I've been a big sort of both teams to score and over parlayer all season. That bandwagon has really hit some bumps in the last couple of weeks. I've been getting washed a little bit, but I'm not off on that. So I'm not off the bandwagon yet. I'll get to that in just a second. But just
a hiatus from it, maybe? Yeah,
not a hiatus. I'm kicking some teams off the bandwagon. Though.
Okay, all right.
There's teams like Bournemouth, you're out. Teams like Brentford, you're on probation. Leeds, you're on probation. Forest, you're out. These are all teams that at the beginning of the season they were on the bandwagon. They were making me money. They were just every game they'd score goals and they'd get scored on. It's a beautiful thing. So the managers started to lose they started to get scared. And
Bournemouth is the bubble that's sorry, not Chief. Sam. Bournemouth is the bubble that's going to pop. By the way, that's the one I feel.
Pop it. Someone has to pop it.
It will. But that's not one of the games I had written down. But you're right.
Back to the big game. Back to the big game.
So I got United in that one as a value pick. 260 away. The way they just played against Tottenham could have put up five goals on us. I think that's scary, especially the way that Chelsea. I mean, granted, Chelsea's getting results, but. Have you been impressed by anything they've done in months? I certainly have.
Graham Potter cannot lose a game.
If
we're being fair, he looks.
He's an He's this close to getting thrown in with the bandwagon with the anti-American terrorists. They've
been a lot better defensively.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't like both.
Pulisic ain't getting no time. You might have moved him. You guys are getting pissed.
They have not.
Oh yeah.
They have not given up a goal since October 1st against Crystal Palace, which was a 2-1 win. So they shut out AC Milan.
He's looking good.
Yeah, I think Chelsea. That one screams kind of.
Graham Potter looks good. Honestly, it's he looks good, and it's here's the thing, right? I don't know who I want in this game as an Arsenal fan, being top of the league. We are at the top of the mountain. I'm going to say it again for people that may not understand my accent. I'll do it in the Yankee accent. What? Oh no, I'll do it in the English one. What top of the league, mate?
Keep saying it. Because
we are top of it. You get the point. You get the point. But on this game, man, I mean, Graham Potter's been looking good. United also is coming to form. I don't know what to do here, fellas.
That's why United plus 260 is just like the value is screaming at me. Like I got to go with them. So that's why I got United in that one.
You like that better? The draw is plus 250. I feel like that one, that's going to be a cagey game.
You're going to be that terrorist, Chief.
Yeah, I think
you're going to be that terrorist that roots for a draw.
I think I'm going draw there.
This fucking guy.
Both teams would probably be content with a point there, and I think Chelsea will defend. I think Man U will have probably more of the ball, and they've been looking great going forward, as you said last weekend.
Yes. I mean,
so I think one in transition for Chelsea on the counter, and one for Man U, and I think that one just screaming 1-1 draw to me.
Being top of the league, I mean, who do I want to chase?
Terrorist.
I mean, I know we are top of the league. Yeah. Am I lying? No, I'm right. Thank you. Let me talk. I'm top of the league. I am the king of the mountain. So, do I want to chase fucking terrorist football, Sam over there, or Man United? Tottenham has a history of balling, man. I mean, ideally, good for us, good for football. Good for football. The result that's good for football is a draw. I don't know if we're going to get that. I think, Sam, block your ears. I don't like how you guys play football. You guys are playing a risky game, and United going forward has been looking good, man. So Lloris was moving mad. You guys are sitting back, and you're counting on Lloris moving mad to save your asses. Man United going to put you in a split.
I think that yak has gotten to your head here.
What game we're talking about anymore.
Last 2 games. Speaking of somebody whose team is not top of the league.
Yeah.
So I'll start out with that. 2 more games, though, that we have to talk about. Leeds, number 1, has to talk about Leeds. So Jesse Marsch, speaking of terrorists, Leeds fans are this close to getting thrown into that same bucket. They are going after him. And granted, I think that's 7 winless right now from Leeds. That's not great. That is not great. So
we put him. All I know is we put him in a split.
Yeah, you guys handled them pretty easily. You know, they had a tough loss, just
Okay,
an
Osaka.
ugly loss against Leicester in the midweek. So this is right now time for America to circle the bandwagon or circle the wagons, excuse me. We need a result here. So this is Leeds at home against Fulham. This is a game where if I don't even know if a draw would be enough to save his job. I think if he loses, he might be gone. And that's terrible. That'd be
Jesse
terrible.
Marsh?
I would not shock me.
Nah,
they're
nah,
sitting 60th
nah,
right
nah.
7 winless, losing to a team that
You think he'll get
newly
fired?
promoted team like Fulham, like it just would be a terrible, terrible thing. They're already talking about in the media about like the board backing him. Anytime that conversation starts coming up in the media, that is bad news. I honestly think that the fans have been looking for an excuse to get rid of him because he's an American since day one.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah. So I listen, Leeds/America, we need to win this game. And it's sort of ironic. It's coming up against, the team that historically has been sort of known as Fulham America.
Yeah.
But I
Leeds
needs this win. But if we're going games I like, the one I like the most, Villa Brentford both to score. So Villa just kicked out Steven Gerrard.
What do we think of him?
I don't know. I don't know what to think because he was great with
He's done.
Rangers and like he was on that trajectory, like he was going to be the next Liverpool manager. And
They invested pretty heavily too. I mean,
and Villa's looked like shit.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This guy gets away with murder because he's an actual. When it comes to playing, he's a legend.
Yeah,
playing, and that's what people, especially when you transition that quick, when you go from retiring and you become a manager immediately. There ain't no separation. So Steven Gerrard, the manager, is going off Steven Gerrard, the player's reputation.
Just like Lampard.
He should have been fired. He should have been fired 50 billion years ago. Likewise, Lampard. I get it. You saved Everton last season. You got him to stay in the Premier League. Based off this season's performances, my man should have been it should have been Lampard in the news that we're talking about still. So I don't know how long Gerrard's gonna last.
He's gone.
He's gone. He got
yesterday.
Yeah, he got fired.
Boom, he's out.
Sacked. He's sacked.
Breaking
They
news.
sacked him right after that game.
I missed that one because we reported immediately after, and I missed that one. All right, there it is.
Yeah.
So my rant's not valid, but it stays valid for Lampard. I think Lampard should be the next one to go. Everton. Bigger
put a bow on that. Villa, Brentford, both teams to score -112. Over 2.5 -139. You parlay them plus 118. I think that game has goals in it.
You just no more than 10
minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, put them on probation.
On probation. That's right. That's right. I'm monitoring them. They're not off the bandwagon yet. I'm monitoring them closely.
This doesn't seem
they
like
need to check in with me weekly. That's what
I mean. You monitor. It's like I'm not betting, but they're not in the dead to me pot.
Oh no. I'm still betting them.
All right. So you like both to score there.
Both to score. I think there's goals in that game. Like you got Gerrard's out. The team will have that new manager bounce or no manager bounce. And Brentford is
caretaker bounce. The caretaker bounce.
Caretaker bounce. I think Brentford is away from home.
I think Brentford's form. Yeah, I mean Brentford they haven't been looking great either lately. I mean,
no, not at all. But I think that they both see this as is a game that they both realize. If they're going to stick around, they need this game. I like goals in this game. That's my pick of the week. Villa Brentford both to score.
Okay.
What do we have? All right. How we feel on West Ham Bournemouth?
I don't know what to think about that.
I think West Ham has turned a corner. I thought they played Liverpool okay.
They did.
And
they had a penalty miss.
They missed good chances late. They Skamaka skied that 1-1 that he should have scored.
Yeah. They had a penalty
in the 80-something minute.
Bowen.
Yeah, they look better to me than
Bowen.
They did.
The Bowen missed penalty.
I think like you said earlier, that the Bournemouth bubble has to pop. I think we start to see some of that. And there are look at I'm not giving up hope on Forest, so there are like different teams I'm looking at being like,
if you guys beat Liverpool, man,
they're not
if
going
you
to beat
beat
Liverpool. Don't even. You're putting fucking poison in my heart. You're putting poison in my heart.
If you beat Liverpool, man, I need you, Chief. I need you.
Liverpool.
I need you. I need you. So they started Salah. Salah did the whole fucking Mo Salah running down the wing. I need you to
This
shut
is
his
coming
ass
from a
down.
place of selfishness, by the way, Chief. He's just thinking about Arsenal right now. He's not thinking about.
I'm not trying to get fucking run down. I'm not trying to get run down. Those man. Listen, I said it on Back Again. I thought they were done. I said something stupid. I said on Back Again, they were done for top 4, let alone the title race. I said they were done for top 4. They're within like 5 points now.
Yeah,
They're within 5 of Chelsea.
I think it's
Big
four.
I
change.
need Liverpool to fucking lose, man.
I'll take it. I mean, if you should just be happy, like be praying for a draw, like I am. A draw against Liverpool would be incredible. And that's like the other thing that I am still kind of new to following this like so closely. Liverpool played for us in the FA Cup last year. It's a very competitive game. They lost 1-0.
We played you guys.
Yeah, we smoked your
Didn't
ass.
go right.
So,
You knocked us out, yeah.
yeah.
Dejan, that's the game that got your man to go to Tottenham. He went to the ops. He went to the opposite
true.
side,
I mean,
fucking,
it's-
and now he doesn't even play. That dickhead. That's what he gets for
That's
going there.
because
He's a
that's-
prick.
Yeah, exactly.
know
Like,
what
so
it's
he
going
should. This team would be so much better with. I don't want to talk about it, but that like so now it's like when Zaw keeps saying these things, it's like, oh well, then you start to think about last year, and it's in City Ground. City Ground was a fortress in that game last year, and it's just like, you know what? No, like you've seen, there's a large enough sample size. Just hold on tight and just try to get to a 0-0. Like that's the goal. And if they take 2 points off of, like, that's effectively for where you're standing, Zot, you should be like, well, they didn't get 3, they only got 1, so you're welcome.
I was a Chief fan before, but Chief, I'm gonna love you even more because now with Forest, you're gonna understand my pain. Football is all, brother. We're the ones that should be paid, not the fucking players. It's
well, that's why I like this show.
You should have seen me during the Wenger out days.
Oh,
it was the stress you go through as a fan.
I gotta say though, you've never experienced relegation. You have never experienced relegation stress. There's nothing like it.
Question. I mean, you're a Bears fan, so you can't really talk. Sam, I don't know your football team, but
Packers.
Question. What would you rather be? A team that was formerly great, that's not great, or battling for relegation? Because I mean, the relegation battle, as opposed to being the biggest fan base on the planet, we have expectations where if we don't win the league, if Arsenal does not win the league, especially with what I'm doing now here, I am now a prick on the internet. I look stupid on the internet. I mean, my stress is bigger than yours, Chief.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Do you know what's on the line for me? Okay, you're like, oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot. We finished 3rd. I'm gonna be waking up at 6 a.m. trying to find it on like Forest TV or ESPN Plus, like hoping that they have the game or some illegal stream. That's what I'm looking at. They can't even get the games on TV next year, so I can't.
And then they insult us as fans. They insult us as fans, man. The shit we go through.
It's unlike anything. It is unlike anything, and that's the other thing. Like the only positive here is I'm turning it into a positive. All my teams make me miserable, but I'm turning that into I'm getting jacked. So every time a team of mine does something that pisses me off, I'm hitting the floor and doing 10 push-ups on Saturday, which started with Forest, and then it was Notre Dame football. And then the Blackhawks.
The Irish. I forgot about that. Oh, that.
Yeah.
You guys are looking stupid in front of the nation. Fucking losing to everybody, bro.
All of my team. I'm going to get like.
Look at those.
Yeah. Like I did like almost 200 push-ups on Saturday because it was just like a perpetual like, fuck, I can't believe they did that again. So starting bright and early tomorrow, I'll be hitting the floor probably. But yeah, I'm hoping for a 0-0 draw. We'll put together a parlay. We're going 45 minutes, so we got to wrap it up. But we're back. We'll see you again next weekend. things are gonna. They got to turn around. They got to turn around.
Palace is the pick of the weekend, people. Plus 200 Palace.
All right, you talked me into Palace, but I got City, and I like Newcastle to draw. But we'll put out the bet. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to you guys, and we'll see y'all soon.
Go America. Go Leeds.
Let's go Arsenal.
Jesus. He's you scared him off.
We scared him off. All right, I got